right, so y'all were telling me that there's an Adler update here.
Yeah.
Adler.
He's training, Rick.
I'm not the teacher. I know he was concerned about his weight after he got married and been part of the show for a while.
Yeah.
It's also, don't forget, it's also Willow Meat Wednesday. Don't miss that, coming up at any moment on the program today. So I see you. What are you doing now? They're saying you're now trying to get better physically. Is that you put on a little weight after getting married?
A little chubby.
So, I mentioned this a while back as something that I wanted to do in 2017.
Thought you were kidding.
2018.
I was going to say, because 2017, you missed that.
That already happened.
Yeah, you missed that.
Quit moving the chair on the floor.
It's 2018. Y'all, what in the world? Are they having a meeting where they have to, like, circle up and do a meeting upstairs? Come on now.
I will tell you that this plaza is the noisiest place, and we decided to place a radio show right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
But I mean, the different drilling and moving and grinding, and like I say, it can be on the other side of the plaza, but the way it runs right on in
The
here.
concrete here, I don't know how you could put one more hole in.
My goodness.
Really?
Okay. So, the guys asked me this morning if I told them something, and they thought I was joking.
Which was the first mistake.
That was a mistake.
I really thought you were joking.
You'll learn not to say anything.
Yeah, shouldn't have said anything. But I'm taking Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
You're taking what again?
Brazilian
Jiu-Jitsu. Yes.
Now, if you want to eat at a Brazilian, restaurant, fine. But you're taking Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Jiu-Jitsu, and it's spelled Jiu, like Jiu, and I spelled it wrong.
Now, why did you decide on that discipline versus kung fu or
CrossFit? Just something.
He's into the Brazilian wax, I hear.
That's not connected. You don't have
His
to have.
honey's so sharp and shiny.
You don't have to have
That's funny.
a Brazilian wax to do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So I looked around a couple different academies around town, but I found a pretty cool academy. It's called Lionheart Academy.
You talking about the dojo?
That's it.
Now, is it true, like you have a little coaster and it has red on one side, green on the other, and if you want to learn some more, you leave it green? And if you've had enough, you turn it to red?
Those Brazilian restaurants, that's a good setup, by the way.
it
They
is.
know what they're doing. Meat on a stick, come on. Who doesn't like
Yeah.
that? So
Just don't eat it if you're actually in Brazil.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is kind of like...
So are you officially training?
I'm in. I'm
in,
officially in.
And your goal
So what do
is-
you start at? What level belt, or is that in?
I am a white belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu right now, guys. I have a gi. I've got it all.
I was going to say, do you have to wear the gi?
I got a gi, and it is way too big on
Will
me.
you please give us
I've
a
been
picture
washing
of
this
you?
thing on
What's
high
his-
heat over and
What's
over.
his
It's
teacher's
so
name?
big.
You said a minute ago. Greg knows all these terms. What's his teacher's name? You said.
Dojo Yamamoto.
What was that you said a minute ago?
Actually,
Talking about the dojo?
yeah, what is
Sensei.
That's the name of the place where you
that? Oh, the
train.
place.
Okay.
Sensei.
The dojo.
All right, wait a minute.
the dojo's a
I thought that was a musical
So
instrument.
dojo is location, and gi is not a butter substitute. It's an actual something you wear.
It's that
Correct.
typical karate uniform.
Yes,
Rick,
butter
the typical-
substitute. That butter substitute is good, by the way. I'm
It's really
surprised
not
you
bad.
know about that.
Yeah, you ever had bulletproof coffee?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So
220 calories.
there it is.
He's actually in one of them karate outfits. That's what he
Oh, wait,
got.
you-
That's too
I
big,
wear
Rick.
the outfits way too big.
You've got this thing on, and you're actually in there
Yes.
training.
Yes.
Right.
All right, so let me tell you about the instructor. This dude's
little bitty
name.
gi.
This dude's name is George, and it's not Webby like Webby fingers. It's like WEHB
How do you say it?
Webby.
Well,
Well,
then
then it is like Webby
Well, then it is Webby.
All right. Well, this guy could kill you with one Webby finger.
Well,
Let me
nobody
just
said
tell
he
you
couldn't
that.
kill us.
This dude
I
is
just want to know how to say his name.
Not
dude
if I
is
stay in the green zone.
This dude is an ex-Marine. This guy's an ex-Marine. He's an ex-Air Marshal. He's an ex-firearms instructor for the State Department. And he's a black belt in karate and jiu-jitsu and another. He's like a threefold black belt. This dude could kill any of us.
So what are you
easily.
doing with him?
Well, I'm in a large group among many people, so it's not like I'm getting one-on-one.
Adults or kids?
Like some prepubescent, but most. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's all adults. It's actually all adults.
Lionheart.
So, in fact, Speedy, see
Now,
if you
do-
can find
do-
their Facebook page.
Do you
Lionheart
start out?
Academy.
Do you start out trying to get the pebble from his hand? Is that how that works?
Grasshopper.
Now, have
He
they
called
had
me
you?
Grasshopper once.
Did he?
No.
Well, that's your used to be your nickname, wasn't it?
should,
I'm
it
sorry, that
should.
was a mosquito.
Oh my goodness, we have an introduction to Lionheart Academy on YouTube.
Oh,
my gosh, is this
him?
the guy?
Is this him?
Good night. I'm not gonna mess with him.
Yeah, y'all, this dude is so
Hey, hit
serious.
6 in
hey,
there.
check that video out. There you go. So there's the academy. This dude is so serious, and I'm kind of a jokey, goofy guy.
I know, but
so I
he's
made the
not.
mistake of trying to make a joke during the first lesson, and it did not go well. It did. I repeat, it did not go
So
well.
he's serious about this.
He looked
he's
at you
very
like, oh, now
serious.
I got a jokester in here.
Like if I
He's
I
got
do,
that nose like he's been, when you get punched in the nose because you're like a professional
yeah.
fighter.
Well, Greg, he's
Greg.
probably been punched in the nose, and then he probably killed the
He
person
looks like Randall
afterwards.
Tex Cobb.
Greg, he could come up here.
Thought I heard about the lamb. They was a lamb. So I just thought.
That's not his voice. We're playing a different clip. We're playing a different clip.
It was good.
It's that
Listen
guy.
to his actual
What if
voice.
we looked and it was that guy?
Let's hear it.
All right,
Did you tell him about us?
Let's listen to the video.
Please start it
Listen to the video again. Here we go. This is the introduction video.
I know. I see what your finger's about to do. I see your finger on the button. You're
All right,
grinning.
all right, turn the audio up.
That's not. This is
Thought I
a
heard
different
about the
clip.
lamb.
This is not the
All right,
clip.
all right, serious. Let's do it. Hey, let's do it right this
All
time.
right, you ready?
Just
Yeah.
listen to his
We're gonna
voice.
say it one
He's got a
time.
gruff,
Start it
gruff
over,
voice.
Speedy.
All right, here you go.
From the beginning.
He's got a what?
Gruff voice.
All right, let's
All
listen.
right, here we go.
Okay. Okay.
Thought I heard about the lamb.
That is
They
from.
was a lamb.
That is not George Webby from Lionheart Academy. That is some loser fan from Last Chance
All right,
U.
straight up.
All right,
That's from Last Chance U.
Seriously, let's hear
All
it,
right.
Rick. This time, let's hear it. I want to hear what he sounds like.
all right, yeah.
Hang on just a second.
All right. This guy is an ex-Marine. I accidentally
I'm
called
not going to do that
Potty
this time.
mouth.
Okay, well, listen. I accidentally called him this morning an expat because I thought that meant Marine, but that is not what an expat is.
Why did you think
an
that meant that?
expatriate is like somebody that's living in a country where they weren't born. That,
once
I
you're
got
Marine,
that
you're always a
wrong.
Marine.
I
You
got
know
that
that,
wrong
right?
this morning.
Right. All right,
Okay.
let's spot it up.
Check this guy. He knows what he's talking about.
There I am doing it.
Okay. All right. I regret everything. I regret everything.
I told you.
Does
I
he know about
regret
this
ever
show?
talking about this.
He's
I regret bringing
warned
friends
you.
with y'all. I regret that stupid
listen.
smile on Greg's face. Quit laughing, Greg. You wipe it off your face.
He really want us to hear
Yo,
it.
this guy,
Okay, listen.
I really
he
want
could
to hear it.
kill
All right,
any of
Adler's
us.
getting mad. Let's really play
He
it.
could
Straight
kill
up.
3 of y'all at once.
No, nobody said that. Nobody. Whoever said
I
he
will
couldn't kill
say
us.
this: he does look scary.
He is very
Thank
scary.
you. I'm
I mean,
very-
I could whoop his butt, but he looks
Greg,
scary.
yeah,
He's,
no,
and he's skilled too.
Greg, you got beat up by a man with no arms
That's
and no
true,
legs.
but he was trained in jiu-jitsu.
Thank you. That's why I'm doing this, to destroy
told
all
you.
of you.
I went for the arm bar, and he had half an arm.
Yeah.
It
All
wasn't
right,
fair.
let's be real. Let's be straight up this time because I do want to hear it.
All right, well then your
No,
left
why?
hand
Why?
needs to stay up in the air.
I've got it right here.
Are you ready? All right, here we go.
Speedy's got it.
It's
I like all of that right there.
Okay. That was Bubba. That was Bubba's voice.
Even
is
though
a
we
serious
expect it, I'm still funny because I'm
Yo.
just anticipating what it is.
God, this guy would not think any of this is funny, by the way.
I've
He's
asked
so
you again.
serious.
Does he know about us?
He knows.
Did you know? Did you tell
He
him?
knows-
Hey, now look,
he
I'm
has
gonna.
to know this comes with the deal.
Yeah.
My email address that I had when I filled out the paperwork was adler@rickandbubba.com. He was like, "Okay, that's cool. You work for them." That was as far as it went. So.
because no disrespect to him.
But you've tried to cut little jokes, and he
Guys-
gives you zero.
Oh, by the way, did I mention he's also a believer? We also pray at the end, and we listen to Christian music the entire time. Did I mention that? How do y'all feel now making fun of an ex-Marine that could kill all of y'all just by looking at you? How do you feel about it? Do you feel good? Do you feel good about yourselves? Do you feel good inside?
Let's get it done right now.
All right, let's
and you
do
make
it.
a great point.
Yeah, you do.
You make a great
Your
point. So,
left
yeah,
hand, Rick, is still
no,
close to that
listen.
machine.
All right, turn it up. I want to hear straight up.
The man or beast that I run from ain't been born, and its mama's already dead.
See now that we're getting closer.
We're getting closer. We're
really do
getting
it.
closer.
Yeah, here we go. All right, no, straight up. Here he is.
Thank you for visiting the Lionheart Academy. I just want to kind of shoot this video to let you know about who we are, what we do here, and how we do it. Basically, the Lionheart Academy is a martial arts facility located in Hoover, Alabama. We specialize in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. We do MMA boxing and MMA kickboxing as well.
Oh, wow.
We have classes for men, women, and kids. We start off kids about 4 years old.
I'm not in the kids class, Greg. I'm in the adult men class.
Classes, generally, we try to keep them very small and personalized. We like to focus on the individual.
Why's that kid got a beard?
Their goals, their success.
You just show up because I'm blowing the lid off.
That wasn't him.
Wow, this little kid's already got a beard.
You know what? I like his logo. That's cool.
Yo,
When I saw the logo, I thought he was
This
a man.
place
I
is
thought it was
legit.
Why is the lion wearing a birthday hat?
that's a crown, I think. It's a crown.
It looks like that line at the Island of Misfit Toys. You remember? When
Oh,
they go
yeah, it
spin?
does.
Wow, we're just all over this,
Well,
aren't
Greg, he's going to make your shoulder a misfit part of your body when he dislocates it from your body.
and eats it.
All y'all are dead.
Bubba, Rick and Bubba.
I got a question for Adler.
Okay,
Now-
where is he? Here he comes. All right. So we really,
So
honestly,
you only had like one lesson?
Yeah.
I've been to 2 lessons.
To-
Been
for-
to 2
for
classes, lessons, I don't know.
for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu at the Lionheart Academy.
Now, what lesson do you go when you paint his fence?
Yeah.
That's what I said.
What's that?
When do you go paint his fence?
Okay. It isn't Karate Kid, guys.
I know what happened.
What?
So the Cobra Kai's been picking on you. And now
When
you're-
you fight Johnny.
yeah, I know what's happening. The Cobra Kai gave you a hard time. You're done with that.
All right. The
Hey,
reason
when he tells you to wax on and wax off, it's worth it. There's a bigger picture.
Well, it's kind of funny
There's
you
an
say
end
that.
game.
There's an end to this.
there is.
We actually have audio of him in class if you want to take this.
Hey, when's he
Him-
going to teach you how to reach in there and grab somebody's heart, pull it out, and show it to them before they die?
Yes.
Right.
Okay, we're not doing any of that, guys.
It's amazing. You have a camera everywhere. Here is Adler and his instructor,
Do
actually.
you need any audio?
Yeah.
Remember, dear, no question.
Yeah, but
Right. Wax on, right hand. Wax off, left hand.
That's amazing.
Wow.
This
how'd you
isn't
get that?
Karate Kid.
I didn't think he was Asian.
I'm a grown man. Okay, I'm a man. All right.
Wow, okay, so then
So
what?
this is not Karate
Calm
Kid.
down, Danielson.
Adler's son.
So
Was he Indian?
this place is
Like a
awesome.
chief.
And this
You
guy
cricket
is
boy,
awesome.
come here.
And I got a call during the break. I wasn't supposed to call him an ex-Marine. He's a former.
They're
Marine.
all
I
Marine.
tried to tell you that. I tried
Yeah,
to
they
say
don't
you.
like that.
I said once you're a Marine, you're always a Marine. You don't
never
ever say
tried to do
ex-Marine.
nothing for me.
And you know
man.
what? Think about it. Being a Marine, and of course being Asian, that shows you once again what immigration has done for our country.
I know
He's
it.
not
It is good.
Asian. We just watched.
we
a
don't
video.
hurt
This
the
guy
whole
looks
part-
like a Roman
He's teaching you martial
statue.
arts. He's teaching you martial arts. Who else knows it?
This guy looks like a Roman statue.
He didn't
or
support
something.
that Pearl Harbor thing.
Roman statue.
This guy looks like he's carved from stone,
He does.
and he
He is
could kill
bad.
any of y'all. He
I'm
could
sure he could.
literally.
Why do you think we don't think he can kill us? I don't
He could
understand that.
kill. He
Why
could
do you
kill you
keep
with his
saying
foot.
that?
He could kill you with his foot. He could kill Greg with his pinky. He could definitely kill Bubba with his thumb. Y'all, this guy is insane,
right,
and he's very serious. He does not find any of this funny.
All right,
Neither do I. Can I mention that?
What about this? What about this? When you have to carry the hot pots of steaming water with the inside of your arms, is that the?
Yeah, when do you get your dragon tattoo?
Y'all,
Did you catch the fly with the chopstick?
See that bruise right there? Don't even know how that happened. All right. We've all seen Karate Kid, guys. Okay, we've seen the movie. And then Chris Farley comes in and he's like, hiya!
I show you move it be indefensible if you can master it.
So
Here comes the crane.
we're not doing the crane. This is all about grappling. This is all about
Pick up the pebble.
This is all about submitting your opponent via chokes and arm bars and triangle holds and all kinds of stuff like that. So let me tell you about my first experience.
Because what did he think about you? All kidding aside.
All right, so I roll in my first time, and
Gi wearing your new gi.
I know I actually didn't have a gi. I just wore sweatpants and a t-shirt
Oh,
because I didn't
nice.
have
Right.
anything.
Nice.
Stuck out.
And he throws a gi at me, and he's like, "Put that on." And like
You put gi on now.
all these guys, he's American. We just listened to him. Not except it wasn't. We didn't just listen to him. We listened to him last segment.
This is confusing.
All right. So I show up, and I've been having trouble with my contacts. I don't know what the deal is. I can wear my contacts for like 2 hours max, and then my eyes just reject them and kick them out. So
You can't wrestle with them Poindexters.
I know, Greg. And they're Warby Parkers. They're not Poindexters, buddy. So I roll up and like I don't know what I'm doing. He gives me a gi. I put the gi on. It's gigantic. And he's like just trying to shrink it up in the dryer. Like he's very
straight.
No nonsense.
Adult small.
No, he told you to shrink it up in the dryer.
He said just shrink it up in the dryer.
But there's so many life lessons in this too. So many.
There is.
Even with a lot of talent in singing, even with a lot of talent in whatever you choose to do,
this is not
you
George.
Still have to put in this hard work.
This is not
and
George
you
Webby.
You need that determination.
This is not,
and perseverance.
This is not
to give up.
This is not the guy from Lionheart Academy. Everyone listening, we got a whole bunch of undisciplined, non-learners here. Okay.
So what did he think about you?
He threw the gi at you.
So you spend a lot of the time doing drills, and that's when you're just like working with another guy. He
wax
tries
on,
it,
wax off,
slow motion, kind of thing, and you're trying to figure out what the moves are. And then at the very end, you roll. Everybody starts rolling. That is sparring.
Oh, okay.
Sparring.
Hey, let's roll.
Sparring. So he pairs us all up. And then he had me go with a guy whose shoulder's been giving him some injury.
That's smart.
And so we just kept doing drills.
Gear on?
I don't have any gear. No,
Oh, wow.
I'm just wearing just the gi.
But we're grappling.
And
we're rolling.
I just did drills.
You got a jock on?
I just drilled with that guy. I don't have a jock on, Greg. I don't got a jock on, Greg. And so we just did drills.
You might want to do that.
And then,
you got a Band-Aid?
At the very end of my first class, there's this guy who's a blue belt, and he has worn out his white belt opponent. His white belt says, "I'm out."
But you're white belt. He's throwing you in there.
And so the blue belt guy's like, "You want to go?" And I'm like,
"No."
Yeah, I guess we'll go.
Let's roll.
And so
don't do that.
We start, and he goes, "Try to pass my guard," and I'm like, "What does that mean?" And he's like, "Try to get your legs above my legs." So we're rocking here.
If you just joined us,
Man, this doesn't sound like fighting.
Okay. It looks very weird. I will say that. It looks very weird, but as soon as you start and the other person is trying to break your arm or your shoulder or choke you out,
for some reason it doesn't look
choke you out, all of that goes out the window. Any kind of immature sexuality thoughts go out the window.
Right.
Okay,
because you're trying to live.
And so I only sparred for about 1 minute with this blue belt, my first class.
You thought it was so much longer than that.
And it felt like an eternity. It is like sprinting or swimming as fast as you can. It is so hard. You're trying as hard as you can, but that's the whole point. If you know the moves and you know the techniques, you can tire out your opponent. And even if you aren't stronger than them, within 1 minute, your opponent will be tired, and then you're stronger than them.
How'd you do?
First time I did not get choked out, but I was only about a minute. Last night I'm sparring with this blue belt again, about Greg's size, and I lasted for about 4 minutes, and then he choked me out. I was like, all right, I can't breathe in or out right now. I guess I'm supposed to tap out. I cannot breathe. I gotta tap out. Ah.
Bubba, Rick and Bubba.
Those kids were fast as lightning.
Adler now taking Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And I could tell Adler is sort of suggesting that he's kind of caught the eye of the instructor.
Yeah.
As maybe having some potential.
Now I got uncomfortable in the kickoff hour because I asked Adler why he was doing it, and he looked right over at Greg.
Yeah.
And he said, "I'm coming for you."
Sized him up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
I thought it might be for the step out challenge, like he's trying to come back, but the sad part about that is I was in worse shape the last time I fought him than I am now. So I don't know whether.
Yeah, that's not good.
I was on the edge of a heart attack and still pounding pretty good.
Yeah.
What?
What?
Nothing.
Y'all are talking smack about me, so I had to come in here.
Well, I just said your motivation was to take out Greg.
It is, and that's an armbar, by the way.
Armbar?
That's an armbar, Greg.
Okay.
You just earned yourself an armbar, buddy.
You could be a little Sammy Chung.
Let's get it on.
That's a rear naked choke, Rick. That's a rear naked choke right there.
You're going to have to get a ladder to choke me.
That's so funny.
Left hand. Wax on, wax off.
So anyway,
we don't do wax on or wax off.
No, it's
okay?
great. And why are you really doing it? Do you concerned about working nowadays? Now working here, you probably need to defend yourself.
That's it. Mostly.
Or if you're going to church. Or if you're going to church.
Really hurt Greg.
Hurt Greg.
And then
that's the first thing.
That's the number one priority. But no, it's just it's a really cool art, and it's a really cool discipline, and it's a great way to if you're ever in like a street fight or anything like that, it's a great way to end and neutralize that situation without actually hurting people, without having to like strike people too. So that's
got to get them to the ground.
That's
huh?
cool. Yeah.
How long did the classes last?
They're about an hour long. You spend about 45 minutes drilling, and then we spend about 15, 20 minutes rolling or sparring, and it is awesome. The first time I sparred with the blue belt, I lasted about a minute, and then the class was over. Luckily, I survived that. Second time around, I got paired up with this dude about Greg's size. And this guy's like built like a cannonball. He's been doing it for like 3 years. And I'm about to start sparring with him, and I see he has a mouthpiece on. I'm just like, oh my gosh, this guy is
You don't have a
serious. I don't have a mouthpiece. I don't have the ear guards or anything.
Oh, cauliflower ear.
Yep,
Cauliflower
here they
ear.
come.
Yeah, you better take
Yeah.
care of that.
Should I start? I mean, cauliflower is
business.
kind of cool, though. I mean, it's
Ugh.
kind of cool.
No.
It's like a scar, like a scar on your face.
No,
or
get a
something.
scar.
It
Don't
looks
get
like
cauliflower ear.
Yeah.
I'll pick scar over that.
That looks like it's out of control.
Yeah, you don't want there to be like scar tissue filling up your ear. Let's talk about the this situation you're in now. By doing this, did you say and you suggested some of the guys you thought the instructor thought you had some potential?
Well, I mean, he's letting me go. A lot of times they
thought, hey,
but he didn't. I didn't catch his eye.
That's what
okay,
Greg
I
said.
didn't
Well,
catch
somebody
his
said that.
eye.
Yeah.
That sounds very
he said
weird.
this guy's got potential.
What was the face, Greg? You said he made. He said he looked at you like,
Well,
I'm surprised. That kid's got some potential.
Not bad for 15.
yeah.
Yeah. When
I'm a grown
he gets out of
man,
junior high, he
okay?
may be good once he starts stinking.
Okay,
Yeah, right.
Okay, guys, real funny. Yeah, laugh now. Laugh now.
Laugh it up, fellas.
Why you can't?
Adler, I'm not part of this.
You're not, Bubba.
Here we go.
I'm gonna submit them, choke them out. You, me, Bubba. We're gonna go fly drones and laugh and laugh and laugh.
What you said though? The guy choked you with what's the thing called?
Gi,
The
yeah,
gi.
I got paired up. Like I said, it's about Greg's size.
Can you
but
choke somebody with the thing on? Is that good form in the world of
Oh, the
Brazilian
gi's part of
Jiu-Jitsu
it.
and
Use
honor?
whatever you can,
Is
right?
that honorable?
This dude is built like a cannonball, but kind of like Greg is. But this guy was definitely like stronger than Greg and smarter than Greg and better looking than Greg. Just a better person than Greg in general. Volunteers in the community, I'm sure. That's just a
Until he
guess.
choked you.
Yeah.
Until he choked me. Y'all, it's so like I don't know what I'm doing. I truly do not know what I'm doing.
Understood.
So I'm really just playing
go through life
defense
that way.
the whole
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
I'm just playing defense the whole time. Like they're going for a grab. I'm just like, I don't know what that means, but I'm going to try to stop it. And they could be faking me out so bad. Like, oh, I'm trying to grab your gi on the sleeve, but I'm actually going to,
watch
once
out.
you
If you
block me
just
there,
join
I'm going to grab your gi on the round. So this dude, I didn't even know you could do this. The dude grabs my gi right up by my collar and wraps it around my neck, y'all. And we're rolling, and I'm trying as hard as I can, and he's trying as hard as he can, maybe. I don't know. It seemed like he was. He was out of breath after this whole thing.
So you think he was trying as hard as he could?
Y'all, and he wraps me up, and I'm huffing and puffing. I'm so exhausted. It is literally the hardest, most strenuous thing ever. But I was mentioning to the Golden Ticket seats. This whole study is awesome for stress. Because once you have someone like trying to choke you and put you in a chokehold and choke you out, traffic really isn't that stressful anymore. Like,
You're right.
At least
You're right.
somebody's
Yeah.
doesn't have their arm around my
I can
neck.
breathe. Yeah, I can breathe again.
At least somebody doesn't have their knee on my chest.
Yeah.
Well, if you're sparring, though, I mean, do you punch too?
No, it's all about the graps and the
grappling.
grappling, and it's all about minimizing your opponent's ability to strike you too. So you're closing gaps and you're doing all kinds of things to keep them from being able to strike you.
But what if he's grabbing your gi and choking you with it, and you go, "Well, I'm just going to punch him"?
I thought about that, like, because I don't even know what I can do, like the rules or whatever. Like, evidently, like
I don't need anybody grabbing my gi.
I don't know. Leave my gi alone.
Like, I kind of
And
just
then
want
choking me with it.
I just want to kind of grab a person around the neck. And I mean, that seems like a pretty good move. I want to do that, but I don't think that's
But
in
if
the
he
rules.
can choke you with that jacket you got on, you ought to be able to choke him.
I mean, I'm putting my arm around
wow.
dudes' heads and necks and stuff, and like like they're trying to get out of this as hard as they can. And I know I'm making them so mad. Like I don't want that happening to me, but it's like, dude, sorry, you've got my arm twisted up here, so I got to kind of wrap your neck up, otherwise I'm in trouble. So this dude grabs my gi, and I'm just like, fine, I'll grab yours. I don't know what I'm doing. I probably shouldn't, but I'm like grabbing his, and y'all. It is so unbelievably hard. Like I'm sore in weird muscles, like in my armpits that I didn't know I had, like behind my knees.
Well, that's what these disciplines do. They teach you to use muscles you never used before.
That's it. That's it. So the dude wraps my gear kind of around my neck. I'm just like, I'm in trouble. We're rolling, and I try to like kick out of it, and like it's all about moving your hips and stuff. And it's just getting tighter and tighter around my neck. And then I just suddenly realize I can't breathe in or out right now.
Oh boy.
I'm in that position, so I guess I tap.
Yeah.
I should have done. See, something they don't tell you, or something I didn't know, I guess I should say, is when you're a white belt, tap early and tap often. So
you missed that.
Yeah, I missed that.
If you're
And if
So
you
did you
weren't
pass
listening-
out?
Again, Rick, again. If you're just rolling by scanning, we're talking about Adler not reflecting on the Bill Clinton.
How much does a gi cost, like it says?
Between like 50 and 150, depending on.
Have you
what-
got your own yet? You're just gonna shrink this one up.
I got my own. Evidently, 'cause, like I came back. I came back second class, and I was like, yes, I sent you a message about my gi being too large. He's like, we'll just go with that one right now. We got a class. You know, like this guy is so serious.
Calling him about his gi.
This guy is so.
Put it in the dryer, punk.
Yeah, exactly.
Try it again, you
Drink
little.
your gi up.
Guys, this guy is so serious. Well, once again, it is Lionheart Academy, and
He appreciates it.
and I'm very.
Well, he's gonna be
terrible.
glad you're in there today.
I am so terrible.
Yes, Daniel.
No, you said that he looked at you like you had some potential.
I lasted
He said,
4
"This
minutes.
guy's a natural."
I lasted 4 minutes against a blue belt, and this dude's been studying for like 3 years, and this dude's a grown man. And
But you think about it, with your posture, you're already in the stance.
Yeah.
You're
True.
ready.
That's a great
You're
point.
really perfectly
that's an arm
built.
bar. That's an arm bar, Greg. That's an arm
You were
bar.
built for this
You really were.
discipline.
That and running a weed eater.
Greg,
Keep them coming, buddy. What else you got? Because I'm
I'm just pointing out talent.
mental
could-
checklist check.
You could
That's
excel
an arm
quickly.
bar. That's another.
That's another. So it's
Sidewalk.
been
That's
really
a gi
cool.
choke.
It's
But
been
no-
really cool. It's been really fun. I'll give you guys updates throughout this, and hopefully we can move past the immaturity level and actually learn something and
Can
become
you
better
please-
people.
can we-
God forbid we learn something here.
Can we see some video of it?
Yeah,
or is that not allowed at the dojo?
It's on the Facebook. On
I
their-
want to see
No, I'm
you.
talking about you.
No, I want you.
oh,
I want
you
you
take
in
some
your
video?
oversized gi.
All right, I'll take video of my next sparring bout.
Oh,
Yes.
gosh.
So it does teach you how to
That would be
because I'm thinking
awesome.
if I'm trying to go grab somebody out and they can punch, I got to come through a flurry of punches to get there to get a hold of it.
Get back in the green zone.
It teaches you all about that. Yes, and
If you're in
it
the
is
red
awesome.
zone, you're in trouble. But you get in the green, you got him.
And pretty soon, y'all are gonna be like, "Don't mess with Adler. He's serious."
Right.
Because, like
Yeah.
Mr. Miyagi said, you don't learn it to fight. You learn it so you don't have to fight.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Greg.
Greg.
Wow, Greg. See, we're
Mr.
all
Miyagi
learning
said.
stuff.
Man,
We're
that's
all
all.
learning stuff.
Greg,
Now-
you're guilty to quote that movie.
Oh, I've seen it 1,000 times. I love that movie.
We're moving forward now.
Yeah.
So it's been cool. It's been fun. It is an incredibly cool challenge, and I just wanted to try it out, that first lesson, and the drills. I got to say, I hate the drills. I'm terrible. I'm terrible at
Like
the
what
drills.
kind of drill?
Just like
Show Greg. Greg, get on
come
the
here,
ground.
Greg. No, we won't get on the ground. I'll show you a stand-up one. Come here.
What?
Yeah.
Greg, go over and let him show you. He's excited.
Yeah, he's so excited. He
Look,
is
look
so
how excited. He's even running over
Yeah,
there.
he's just so excited.
You go here and you go there, and I've got his back all of a sudden. I've got his back, baby. Yeah.
You do what?
Greg, you're dead.
Wow. Greg, he's got so much pent-up anger towards you.
I've never seen
So you can subdue somebody that'll put their hand out and stand there?
That's
Why would
right.
you want to hurt a man shaking your hand? Just in case that guy's shaking your hand.
Don't you ever shake my hand. Don't you look me in the eye and give me a firm handshake ever. So yeah, it's been awesome so far. I've only been 2 classes. I'm kind of injured. My toes are scraped up, and I have this weird bruise on my arm. And that blue belt Justin that choked me out. I'm gonna keep studying this until I choke him out
Be a new
again.
day coming up, Justin.
Justin's got it coming.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.